You sell an awful lot of books. You're very well known and very popular, but your candidacy does not seem to have taken off in the same way. Where do you think that disconnect is?
I think the disconnect itself is an illusion. First of all, if you were to say you haven't broken through, I sure as hell did break through. It was called the second debate. And it's because of my popularity after the second debate. It was because of the fact that I was Googled, and more than any other candidate in 49 states, that the political hits began. And everybody in this room knows what that means. You know what a smear is. Let's not act as though we don't know what that means. The illusion, she's anti-medicine, anti-science, neither of which is true. Crazy, dangerous lady, neither of which is true. What you heard today, however, are my ideas, which are indeed disruptive to the status quo. And those who are so attached to the perpetuation of the status quo saw me and they went, uh-oh, and within 3 days the smears began. People can see that. So people have continued to come to my talks. People have continued to donate to my campaign. You know, it's interesting because in the last election, the Democratic Party was gobsmacked by the success of Bernie Sanders. The Republican Party was gobsmacked by the success of Donald Trump because neither one could see beneath the waterline. I would think that the Democratic Party would be happy with the fact that I bring so many people who have not been involved in politics before. But when those polls are done, and they're polling likely Democratic voters, people who come to my lectures and my talks and my campaign rallies were not necessarily people who voted in past Democratic primaries, many people who are Republican, many people who are independents. And I also remind you that there will be millions of people voting in this next election who were not even born in the 20th century. So I think first there was an illusion and a mischaracterization of who I am that contributed to the ways in which I have not broken through, and there are other ways in which I sure as heck have broken through, and the same system which would like it not to be true is pretending that it isn't happening.